Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Outlaws of Thunder Junction draft here on the channel. We're going to be going pick by pick, play by play, talking through everything, so you know what to do when you draft this format yourself. If you enjoy it, hit the like button, comment with your questions, and subscribe for more. Okie doke, what are we working with here? If memory serves, this card is quite good. 4 mana 5/5 trample that makes 2 food tokens. When it attacks, you can draw a card, essentially. Yeah, I'll be taking that. There's also Pest Infestation, which is very good as well. You can just like play this as like a 7-drop in the late game to make like 6 tokens, which is pretty good, and you kill stuff usually. It's quite good. It's also Smuggler's Surprise, which is decent. This card's just like messed up. Like, yeah. In the late game, like if you need a life gain, you can sack the foods for life. Yeah, pretty good. There's also Snakeskin Veil. Probably not going to wheel, but if it does, it can protect my Bristlebud Farmer. If this wasn't in the pack, I think I would take Pest Infestation. And then third, maybe I would take Trash or Hellspur. Hellspur's pretty good. Trash the Town's also pretty nice. This card's great at common. But yeah, easy Bristlebud Farmer, and then Pest Infestation's also great. So when you have a card like Bristlebud Farmer, and I say this every time because it's a really important concept for draft, you want to take cards that are the same color as it so that you can be flexible while still playing your really, really good card. And what I mean by this is, here I have the choice between Beastbond Outcaster, which is a great card, and like, let's just say something comparable like Scalestorm Summoner or Scorching Shot. It really doesn't matter. Let's just say a similarly power level card in another color. It really behooves me, good word choice there, Nikolai, yes, to take what am I doing? That's absurd. It behooves me to take a green card because even if green isn't open, if I get like 4 or 5 green cards, I can play green and then just figure out what second color is open. So like here, I mean, the rare is missing, so we don't get a huge signal. But I'm going to take the Beastbond Outcaster. It's a great card. But even if it was worse, slightly worse than one of these red cards, I would still take it here. Here, this Take Up the Shield is a good card. Hard Bristle Bandit's nice. As another green card, but there's a lot of red cards in this pack. But yeah, I'm going to take green cards if they're close, because green lets me play the Bristlebud Farmer. Here, the green cards, and let me put this diplomatically, suck. 3 mana 4/2 is just terrible. It's like not like unplayably terrible, but just not good. And then Reach for the Sky is not a great combat trick. So where does that leave me? Well, we have seen some red. Irascible Wolverine can maybe do some stuff. Red-green is the color where Beastbond is presumably the best. There is Razzle Dazzler as a blue card. I don't think it's particularly great, though. Fierce Retribution, green-white. Trained Airynx could go somewhere. I think I want to take the Wolverine. It's kind of slow, but I think it's between that and the Airynx. But red seemed... We got past a lot of good red cards, so I don't think the person first picked a red card. Unless the rare was red, but that's not that likely. Okay, 2 Lullabies. Ankle Biter. Lively Dirge is interesting because then I can essentially have a 5 mana version of this card. And at 5 mana, this card is still great. That's like the only time I like this is when I have like some really good card that I can get back that's a 4-drop. That's like a rare or mythic level power level. I could take Ankle Biter. Could take Gold Rush. Could take Seize the Secrets. I'm so tempted by this Ankle Biter. I'm also kind of tempted by Gold Rush. This combat trick that makes a treasure is pretty decent. As I said, I'm just going to default to green cards. Like here, green is not looking that open, but I can now just take Rictus Robber, which is a great card. And still have some green floating around. Rictus Robber is super, super, super good. Plot this, play a removal spell, get it back. I guess Lively Dirge could have been a pick to go with the Bristlebud Farmer. There's also a 4-powered creature to go with the Outcaster. Wouldn't mind a Mourner's Surprise. Like, we're seeing some red-black card. White cards. Heath could be playable sometimes, but Rictus Robber is really good, I think. Okay. I really don't like this card. Sequence is far away from where I am, which is where I want to be, is green. So it looks like green isn't open here. Could take a Gardener, which is not a great card. Could take a land, which is not great either. I could take a land and then try to play a multicolor deck. No, we'll take that over the Gardener. Okay, so we're seeing some white cards now. Bounding Felidar is pretty good in those decks. Could also just take Deadeye Duelist. Yeah. Don't like the Duelist. Felidar's pretty good. Outlaw Medic's decent. I'll just take the Felidar. Pick 8, Derailment. I guess we're back on red. I mean, this card's also great. I think this card's better than Take Up the Shield. Take Up the Shield's pretty great, though. And there's also Repulse. Green is so not open here. I'm totally, like, committed, though. I'm going for it. Yeah, finding my second color's been tough. Okay, we did wheel the Snakeskin Veil. That's huge. Taking it over the Hellspur Brute. Got another Wolverine, so I'm pretty okay here. If I have Outlaws, which I don't really have, I'll take this just in case I want to go multicolor. Lively Dirge came back. So many late blue cards. Yeah, blue was open. Well, Magda's nice. Definitely makes me want to play this Canyon, too. Nice little payoff card. This card's not great. I would love a Naturalist. Yeah, pretty happy about the Magda, though. Would play this land, probably, too. Another Derailment is nice. Yeah, blue is definitely open. This card's great. Just going to stick to my guns, though. I think I'll be able to make playables, and, like, I get to play a Bristlebud Farmer. So whenever I cast this, I'll be in good shape. And I have a Snakeskin Veil to go with it, and I have a Magda now. Yeah, I'm going to take this card. Blue is just going to have to pass me by. Maybe I can splash it if I get enough. I can splash some blue if I get enough cards, but I love Ankle Biter in this deck, by the way, because I have so many like cards that I want to like slow myself down to play. Okay, Back for More wouldn't be a bad splash, but I'm going to take the Coyote. Coyote's so good. Just does so much damage. Wouldn't mind splashing a Back for More. I don't really have the tools to splash, though. And splash cards aren't as good with Wolverine. Yeah, just going to take the on-color card. 2 mana, deal 2. Sack an artifact to create a 3/3. So I'll make treasures from this. Yeah, I could have made a sick blue-red deck. I think it's between Throw from the Saddle and Legion Extruder. I don't really have ways to make artifacts. I'll just take the Throw from the Saddle. I think it's better than a 2 mana 2/2. 2 mana deal 2. like one way to make artifacts. Yeah, lots of good blue cards coming around. We're just gonna take another Coyote. We don't have any 4-powered creatures to go with this guy, but that's not a huge deal. We'll be fine. This is a 4-powered creature, but Coyote's way better. I like this card when I have Magda in the deck. Also, I'm kind of aggressive, so extra pings can add up. I could take this. Yeah, this doesn't really fit my strategy. It's just a 3-mana, 3/3 menace that I'd have to splash. So it's between the Quilled Charger as a 4-powered creature to go with any synergies I have on that front. Be pretty fearsome with the Coyote. Or Pingland. I'll take the Quilled Charger. I don't think Trick Shot's very good. I already have 2 of these and a throw from the saddle, so I'll just take a combat trick. Maybe I just take this card. It's really bad with the Wolverine, though. So is this, though. I'll take Trick Shot. Nice. Another Coyote. Now I can start building around this. Is there any card that gets really good if I have haste with it? I mean, pretty much any 3-drop that I want to play on curve. Yeah, so I'll keep that in mind. Cool, I got a land anyway. I've got 2 sources of blue fixing now. I don't think I'm ever going to want that other guy. Blue is so open. Okay, I need to get 8 playables this pack, or I'll have to do some ambitious fixing. Okay. Gila Courser's perfect. This card plays great with Cunning Coyote. Happy to see this one. This card's also decent for me. Yeah, easy Gila Courser. This card's perfect. Roadrunner synergies. Oh, this card. This card is amazing with Cunning Coyote. This is the clear pick. Roadrunner is good and all. Don't get me wrong. Just a 2/2 haster that's hard to block. I wouldn't mind a hard bristle. I wouldn't mind this thing, but this card is like perfection with Coyote. Flop this, turn 3, play this, Coyote it, get a 3/1. Okay, a dual land on color, perfect. I just like having cards that help me trigger Magda. So I need to get a few more playables still. Or I'll have to do some splashing, as I said. Like, splashing this is a little bit tricksy. I have to play, like, bandits all. It would be kind of ugly. I'm happy to check the Quilled Charger. I had a suspicion playables would be the issue here. I love this ankle biter in this deck. I'm really happy I have it. I'm real worried about, like, I'll be able to get some card advantage. Never fear, but... Oh my gosh, Savage Smash. Savage Smash is so good. I love Throw from the Saddle, but Savage Smash is better, I think. +2/+2, even though it's a fight, you just do so much damage when this works. This card's great, though. +1/+1. Yeah, this card's just better, I think. This is +2/+2, but it's a fight, and this one's +1/+1, or a +1/+1 counter if it's on my mount. And it's just a punch. And it's cheaper, most importantly. Modal spell. I don't really have any modal. Actually, I do. I have the 2/3 mana plays. That's pretty good. Or a Reckless Lackey. I'm going to take Riku. I'll speculate. I could take another Ankle Biter, or I could take a Discerning Peddler. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops. Could just take this Ankle Biter. I'm going to take the Ankle Biter. I think it's better for me. Five mana 4/5. Or 3 mana 4/2. I'll have 1 5-drop. No big deal. I think this card's just good. I'm coming around on it. It's super irritating. Roadrunner came back? Nice. Ooh, or I could take this and just splash Riku. I don't think I'm really a splashing deck. Wow, late take up the shield there. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it clean. Riku doesn't even have that much synergy in my deck. Just a 3-drop that's hard to cast. Quick draw, get in there. My mana is pretty good. I mean, I guess I should try to lean slightly heavier red. So this gives me 6, 7, 8 green, 10 red. Yeah, for all these double red spells, I'll definitely want that. Or I guess I only have 1 double red spell. And I have a double green spell, but this should be fine. Yep, this is the build. I'm excited to play the matches. I'll see you folks there. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support the NicolaiBolas channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. It is thanks to Patreon support that I'm able to make as many videos as I do, and I really do appreciate everybody who contributes towards the success of the channel. If you're enjoying my videos and would like to support my content directly, Patreon is the best way to do so, and you gain access to some cool perks along the way, such as access to my card-by-card tier list for each set and other cool benefits. Special shout out to those patrons who support my channel at the credits level. I really do appreciate it, but without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome. We are going to keep this hand. I have to decide how I want to sequence this, though. I think I want to go... I realized when I was editing one of my videos that I do not spend enough time thinking about my plays. So I want to get Magda down before I play the Canyon. Because that's a free crime. And I want to get the 4/4 if I can. What if I plot this, or I just play Roadrunner on turn 2? I'd already taken 4, yeah. So I think I play Roadrunner on turn 2. Because Roadrunner might not be able to attack later, whereas Cunning Coyote is going to have some utility later, probably. Okay, nice. Great draw there. Get my second red up and running. So here I hit them for 4. If I'd gone with the coyote line, I would have hit them for slightly more, but now I save my coyote. Oh. Okay. Oh, I walked into it. I'm so bad. They have the cow. Oh, they don't. Okay. Why? I needed to think about that before. That's the whole point. I'm thinking about playing too fast. They could have easily had the cow card and just been waiting for me to attack. Like, I should not have attacked with Magda, I don't think. Okay. Okay. Well, now that might change things. I think I'd rather make the 4-1 still. 4-4 Death Toucher. Flying and haste. Oh, it already has haste. Okay, then. Two, 6, 8, 10, and then this thing will finish the job off. Yep. So they commit a crime, they go up 4. Okay. Another lifelinker. Oh. Got him. I could have also killed them because of that throw from the saddle draw. I could have killed them another way, which is throw from the saddle, copy it, punch this thing twice, make another treasure, sack 3 treasures, make a 4-4 flyer, attack them with everything, make another 3-1, which I think is good enough to kill them. But that's just way simpler. Cool. Okay, play slow, focus. Next round. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. Forest? No, okay. So they don't have -2/-2. So I don't think this thing's going to get much better, but this way I can... I really want to pair this with a coyote if I can. I really want to plot that, like really. I can quick draw to kill their guy. Quick draw is good with this guy, maybe. Turn quick draw into a big thing that can then work with this. So now if I draw a land, I can quick draw and beast bond. Okay, so I did draw the land. So I definitely want to play this land this turn, maybe. I don't want to walk into Skullduggery either. So I wouldn't get a 3-1, but I would get this deck. Do I think they have Skullduggery? Probably not. Why do I think that? Oh, this also triggers a crime. Oh, nice. I did not realize that before. This card draw is important to me. Okay. Rutstein, okay. They're stuck on lands. I'm just trying to pressure them. Next turn, I'm going to get a card out of this, maybe. I just got to trade off and make another 3-1 backup. Slowing down feels pretty good. Rutstein, getting back Rutstein isn't that good. It's just like an endless jump blocker, kind of. Okay, I think my play here is pretty straightforward. This, make 4/4 Scorpion. It has haste. And I can play it till the end of my next turn. Yep. Like, they're going to be dead by the time this matters, I think. Yeah, they can't even get it back this time. Okay. Oh, that was what I was hoping for. Oh, what a draw. They're not on board, right? Because this can block 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks there. Yeah, there's billions of dead. Okay, I feel much better about my play. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. It's an aggressive hand. Bought this. Pretty big attack here from us. So I'm doing it like this because I want to maximize damage here, and I feel like they're not going to block if I just attack. I'm going to save my Bristling Backwoods for now as well, in case I draw the Magda. Okay. So I'm a little bit high on lands now. Roadrunner would be a good draw. Okay. I'm saving this as a crime payoff slash just no need to play it right now. I've got plenty to do. Okay, that's not good. That's really, really bad. Really, really, really bad. Ooh. How greedy do I want to be? And I can block this. Yeah, I think I have to play this. No! Oh, I got so punished. Oh my gosh. Max punish for the Bristling Backwoods line. I probably should have... It's so easy to say I should have waited now. But if I hit a land, which is almost half my deck, if I hit a 3-drop, which is almost half my deck, then it works out so much better for me because I get 2 spells for this. I just put them to 3, ping them down to 2. But if I plot this, then I'm guaranteed to trigger this next turn pretty much. But I wanted to be able to double block this guy. Ultimately, it came down to me just saving this Bristling Backwoods for an exorbitant amount of time. And if I had played it differently, I could have countered on a top deck from this to see me through, maybe. Okay. I'm going to wait on the Ankle Biter because, I mean, if Ankle Biter and Bill had been in the opposite order, that would have been amazing. Like, imagine if I'd done that last turn and got this into Ankle Biter. I'm saving this so I can trigger this guy. If they drew a combat trick, they drew a combat trick. Yeah, I went for it that one turn. If I had drawn the cards in the opposite order, I would have won, but instead I lost. Interesting how that would have played out, but they would have gotten to attack me with this guy an extra turn if I hadn't had a blocker in play. So I think it was the correct decision, even though it didn't work out. The real choice was whether or not to save this for my Magda trigger, but at a certain point I should have just played it because the Magda was not going to get 3 triggers. And that's my only crime payoff. So that was the real mistake. If I played it that way, I might have been able to win. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this hand. If I had... Yeah, I think the Bristling Backwoods play was the real mistake. The other thing I was trying to do, as further clarity for like, oh, why would you ever do it that way, was I thought that if they didn't know what their life total was, like if they thought they were at, like, so I could have played it the second to last turn. But if they think they're at 5, then they feel maybe a little bit safer because... my creature has 4 power, so maybe they make a different play without that knowledge. Knowing that I have 2 of this in my deck, though, it's pretty clear that I should have gone the other way in retrospect. Okay. Pretty easy chance to plot this, I think. This sort of color combo is going to be really bad against return to... I mean, the return the favor is going to be good against them. There's a lot of, like, good removal spells I can change the targets up and copy. I could have held up return the favor. But they're probably just going to play a creature here or something. Yeah. Two damage is better than holding up return the favor with not being sure of what's going to happen. They don't even have a good target for a kill spell right now. This is a really prime turn for them to just play a really good creature. Sure. Oh, I wish I had 1 extra mana to copy that. Maybe I should have just held it up. That was weird. Maybe I didn't do that correctly. Trading my 3-2 wasn't very good, I'll bet. I'm still haunted by that game that I lost because I didn't play my tap land. I'm yeah, still thinking about that. I'm just gonna get it out of my mind though. Focus on playing well. Welcome. We have the hand we want. Turn 2, turn 3, that's the dream. This is like the best combo in my deck. Well, that's really, really bad for me. Jasper is a complete and utter beating. Pretty bad for me. That's a good card. Spell, hit a spell, hit a spell. Nope, they hit the land. Literally perfect for them. That's terrible for me. Okay, I can kill Jasper though. Okay, let's just think first. I could have attacked with this and tried to use the snakeskin veil to put a counter on it. Roadrunners beat Coyotes. Oh, I'm so trash. I literally told myself I'd play well this draft. And I just got got. What a horrible blunder that was. Well, let's see if we can recover. Yeah, that was the downside of my play, was it was vulnerable to removal. Because I got rid of my snakeskin veil. Them going Jasper into my Wolverine into land was super. I'm still ahead on this race. I just need to draw a spell this turn. That could be good. Okay. I guess I'm on blocking duty. Never mind. Yep. Oh! You know what that came down to? Me suiciding my wolf. Oh well. Not really oh well. I'm kind of disappointed in myself, but we'll do better. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. Magic is such a hard game to play optimally. I keep screwing things up and it just feels bad. So I want to hit them for 5 on that turn. I'll do 6 in the other. I'll do this here. This was the one scenario. I mean, I still think I do more damage overall this way. Because I can plot this, play this next turn. I just can't afford to have them do some crazy plotting stuff. Playing around counter unless you pay 2. There's so many decisions to make. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, okay, there's whether to play this or to plot my guy. Whether to try to... Maybe if they hold up all their mana this turn, do I just wait and do nothing? Okay, I definitely have to do something. That's a card. Well, I'm glad that we're going to at least get to see this guy in play, even if it's my opponent killing me with it instead of me getting to play it. Oh, 2 foods is brutal there. Yep. My games have been very tight. I've lost to suiciding my wolf, to not playing my land maybe optimally. And then this one I'm losing to this Bristlebud Farmer. If I draw my like saddle card, that could be good. I like to punch this thing. That's a draw. Patience is important in these situations. Okay, they're about to get another 5/5. They got rid of Take the Fall, which would be pretty good here, I think. Things aren't getting that much better for me, though, because this thing's looting them into action. Okay, so they did have counter unless they pay 2. I feel like I'm dead here. They've got to have like some sort of Snakeskin Veil. Okay, that's a pretty decent draw. So they're going to activate this. They can always double activate that, though. They have to have a combat trick of some kind here. So they 2-for-1 themselves there, which is nice for me. But I also got 2-for-1 here. And this guy died. So I got rid of these 2. They got rid of my best guys as well, though. This might be an egregious block. But it forces them to spend some mana, gets a card out of their hand, kills their 5/5 potentially. There's a lot to like about it if they don't have anything. Because I figure they're just going to play another big creature that brick walls me anyway. That's the only reason to make this attack. I'm just going to concede. Oh, that's tough. We tried. Oh, man. I could have played it out, though. Like, if I draw top deck Wolverine into something, maybe I can get it done, but... Yeah. I don't know if I really had many options there. They just kind of brick-walled me. Killing the Doc Orlok was the closest decision. They didn't end up having any plot cards. I guess maybe they had this card in their hand. I don't know. Yeah, Bristlebud Farmer's a beating. The fact that they got to have it first was pretty bad for me. It just brick-walled me so hard. It's a 4-mana 5/5, for goodness sakes. Like, if they had a normal board state, I could have attacked into them and stuff, but... Yeah. Maybe I should have... Yeah, there's nothing I could have really done. Magic is hard. That was a tough draft. I feel like my deck was awesome. I really got, like... I had a really good synergy piece, and then I lost... a couple of really close games that I could have won with slightly... I could have won the first 2 games, I think, with slightly different plays. Like, obviously, suiciding in my Coyote was a disaster. But, like, this is, like, flavor text most of the time. And so, like, I literally forgot it was on the card. The protection from Coyotes thing. And then I literally only have the 1 crime payoff in Magda. But I was also trying to disguise how much damage I could do. And I just, like, forgot I had Wolverine in my deck. Which is obviously a huge blunder. Like, when you have Wolverine in your deck, and you have 2 Wolverines and only 1 Magda, it makes sense to just go for it. But, like, if I had drawn the Magda, it would have been nice to have the extra desert. But, like, obviously, if I get a Bristlebud Farmer into play that game, I just win easily, I think. So, pretty demoralizing, honestly, because I was really trying to focus on my gameplay. But I guess focusing on it helps me do better for next time, because I noticed my mistakes a lot more this time, maybe, than in the past. Could have gone either way. I think 3-3 is an underperformance for this deck because we had some really good cards. We only got to play the Bristlebud Farmer 1 time. We got to go off with Magda that 1 time, but really it was just a lot of Coyotes and Roadrunners and then getting wrecked by my opponent's Roadrunners. We got to do this Summoner thing a couple times. But yeah, this is the build. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave #farming because our farmer got farmed and we lost. But we went 3-3, so not the end of the world. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.